I'm Tony Papa from ProMediaGear. In this brief instructional video, I'm going to walk you through the steps and installation of our sea cage, the VRC1. This all-aluminum manufactured sea cage, made at our factory in the United States, features a NATO rail that can adjust from 4.75 inches to 7 inches, a cheese plate with mini quarter 20 options, as well as an expansion area where it can slide out from the camera a bit. It can do that based on our modular bracket plate. The PBX3 is an Arca-Swiss compatible machined aluminum bracket plate. It's a universal plate. It comes with a couple notches that are going to give you a lot of flexibility to fit many camera bodies and bodies with grip on the market today. The bottom here also features our SS1 strap release pin. The silicone gasket is going to go up on the bottom of the camera body, keep it from twisting. The two larger screws here are going to go on the left-hand side of your camera and allow these hardened steel rods to slide in to the modular holes on the bottom, or on the side, of the plate, and lock it in place. So we have 2 points of contact also on the sea cage to make it very rigid. One is the camera is going to get mounted on the bottom. Also, as you can see here, there's this little piece that's going to go onto the hot shoe of your camera, get mounted inside this sleeve like this, allow it to move around to give you 2 points of contact, and get tightened down with a 5/32 Allen key on top here. Let me show you how it goes together. The first step to begin is to take the Arca-Swiss baseplate, PBX3, go ahead and mount it onto the bottom of your camera. In my case, the Canon 5D Mark III. Locate on the bottom the two larger flathead screws. Those screws are going to go on the left-hand side of the camera body. Figure out which hole fits your camera the best. With a 5/32 Allen key, start it, move it around to get it where you want it, and then tighten it down. Next, if they're already installed, go ahead and loosen these two screws a little bit. If they're not installed yet, put them in, but leave them a little bit loose. Next, locate the hot shoe adapter, slide it into the camera. Tighten it down. It should lock in like that. This is going to allow the other part to grab onto it and then tighten securely. Next, go ahead and loosen the top two Allen keys right here, which is going to allow half the unit to slide up. If you were to loosen the other ones, it's going to allow the bottom unit to slide down. There's no right or wrong answer which one to do. I prefer to keep this one as flush as possible. Tighten it down. Then depending on what camera body I'm using, just expand the top portion. So leave it loose. Locate the two holes on the side of your base plate. The hardened steel rods are going to glide into there. As you can see, I'm having a little trouble. I don't have it tall enough. So I'm going to have to loosen these up a little bit. Now it's going to give me more range. Once I can slide it in, loosen the screws on the bottom. It should slide in cleanly. Next, You want to take this part here, and you're going to spin it and push it in so it grabs onto the round part on top of your hot shoe. It's just trying to get underneath it a little bit and catch the lip. So if you end up pulling this out a little bit, as you can see here hopefully in the video, it's only going to catch a little bit. That's totally fine. It's just a second point of contact. It's going to allow you then to have this one point of contact here. You're going to tighten these down to make a rigid mount, and this is going to keep everything just nice and tight. If you push the C all the way in, your preference is more all the way in, you're going to notice that this slides in real easy a lot farther. I prefer it right about there. Gives me a little bit of a clean angle here. If it's out even a little bit more, it almost acts like a handle if I'm not using a NATO clamp. Once you have it where you want it, go ahead and hold it down, take your wrench, and just tighten that down. By tightening this down, what you're doing is actually pulling up on the little metal part down here. You can see that. It's capturing on top of this metal ring. Remember now, these are loose. So now that your 2 points of contact are secure, go ahead and tighten these down. And that's it. We just mounted the C cage, the VRC cage, onto my Canon 5D Mark III. At this point in time, I can go ahead and mount up some accessories, such as the CS2 cold shoe, or anything else you got. Go ahead and get some accessories on there. Purchase a CN30 NATO rail or CN30-1 NATO. I happen to have one here. You can go ahead and open these up. Slide it easily anywhere you want. Mount something like a light, microphone, video recorder, monitor. When you're not using it, they just come right off. Features a $1/4 on the top. We also sell them with a cold shoe on top. It's just really easy. Put it on there, use it, take it off. Other accessory like our CS2. CS2 is an aluminum machined cold shoe. You can mount it in anywhere you want up here on top of the cheese plate. Now I've got a cold shoe. Got the ability to mount something on there. Now this whole unit is pretty modular too. So if you want, there's screws here, screws down here. Take it apart, turn it around, you have it facing back a little bit more. You can move it a little bit. It's very modular and can be manipulated to fit your shooting style. If you want, you don't necessarily have to have 2 points of contact either. You remove that, and you're okay with it being just 1 point of contact on the bottom, but still have the cheese plate. You can raise this up. You can expand it the whole way if you're interested. And now technically you have a gap here. You could remove this piece if interested. You don't need this piece on your camera anymore. And it's still pretty rigid. You're running on the bottom of these hardened steel rods. You're going to want to remember to tighten those down once you get the position that you want it in. That's it. For more information on this product, check out ProMediaGear.com or feel free to give us a call.